and I want to ask people to comment on it. So I'm just going to look for a picture of a house. Okay, so we have, for example, a picture of a pool, and I can ask people to comment on my picture. So, for example, how would you like to be sitting by this pool? Okay, so how would you like to be sitting by this pool right now? That's a question. Now I can say find homes with pools and put in my website address. Okay, that way I actually have a call to action in my post, and you definitely want to have calls to action in your post. So this one I'm asking for a comment. I can ask people to comment below. And then I have the call to action, find homes with pools. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and post this, and we're going to see what happens. So we have the new post. How would you like to be sitting by the pool right now? Comment below. Now, in order to get people to comment, to entice them to comment, what happens, or what's a good thing to do, is to go ahead and comment yourself. So I'm going to write the first comment and just click enter. So that way when people see this post, they're going to see that there is a comment at the bottom, and that will help them, help show them, oh look, people are commenting, I should comment as well. All right, so that's one thing I can do. The next thing that I can also do is put a photo on here. So let's go ahead and grab something like this. The next kind of post that I want to do is sharing posts. So, for example, share if you love to golf, or share if you love whatever, or just share my post. But what you really want to do is you want to send out this post. All of your friends who are going to like this, they're going to see the post, and you want them to share it with their friends, because then you're getting basically referrals from your own friends. So here I'm going to go ahead and click share if you love to golf, and post it. Okay, so I have this new thing. What I can also do is like my own posts. That way it already shows that there's one like. It'll say that underneath, and that will entice people to like. We can also create posts where we just ask people to like the post. If you have a listing, for example, you can post that. I'm going to show you some other kinds of posts that we can do. One of the things that we can do is we can go to a place like realtor.org, who has some interesting articles. So let's just grab an article right here. Let's go to news. Here we go. Pending sales, home sales edge up in April. All right, so let's go ahead and grab this. Now, I have this article. If I just grab the URL of the article and I copy it, and I come back over to my website, I can paste the article in here. And as you can see, it opens up this little box down here where it gives me a link. So I'm going to delete that because I don't need it anymore. I already have it at the bottom. And I'm going to tell people, great news for real estate. Okay, don't forget, we always add our page. And if you want to do a call to action, like find your perfect investment property and then go ahead and put in your domain name, that's a good idea too. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and post that. So that's one idea. We can share articles. As you can see right here, we have a link to here, and if they click on this, they will go to that article that I was trying to give them. All right, second thing we can do, we can go to YouTube. We can post a video. So right here I have some videos of my own. This is my account. If I go into my channel, but you can also post someone else's videos if you'd like. If you want to post a cat video or a video of a home or whatever it is. Don't post other real estate agents' videos if they are advertising themselves, because you don't want to advertise them as well. But let's say I want to post this video, 5 steps to find your dream home. Alright, so I'm just going to pause it. I'm going to click on the share button. We have this link. So I'm going to copy that link, go back over here, and in my posts I can paste that in there. Just give it a second for it to open up the image right here at the bottom. Alright, so after that I can delete this because I don't need it. I already have this one down here at the bottom. So I'm going to say something like this video is about getting a Florida dream home, so I can put that in there. Don't forget, always put in your address. Now, you can also put in an address that is linking to a specific community if you wanted to. You know, it doesn't always have to be just TrudderHomes.com, but it could be a particular subdivision. I'm going to show you, for example, if you have a listing. So we're going to go to my eEdge site, because this one is slightly more easy to share listings with. So I'm on my eEdge site. Let's just imagine that this is my own listing, which it is not, but we're going to pretend like it is. So if this were my featured listing, what I could do is grab the URL up here, which would be an address that goes directly to this listing. Otherwise, I can search for my, you know, if I know it. For example, I know the MLS number. When I do a search, if you know the MLS number of your property, you can always paste it into the search here, and you'll find that home. When you click on it, up here at the top, you get a URL that's specific for that listing. So if I copy that URL and I come back over to my posts, I can paste that, give it a second. Alright, it's going to pull up that listing. I can delete this again. And then I can say something like, you know, new listing, check it out, whatever I want to say about it, say something great about that listing, and then definitely always put in the URL for your address, for your website. Now, if I did want to give, for example, let's say this home is in Bonita Golf Club Villas, all right. If I wanted to give someone a chance to see other homes in that subdivision, let's see if there are any in that subdivision. All right, so I'm going to do a search for Bonita Springs. I need actually more options. All right, so I'm looking for Bonita Springs, and I'm going to put in, all right, I forgot what that subdivision is called, so I'm just going to put in Bonita Bay, which is a different subdivision. So I'm going to do search. And here we go. We have 19 homes in Bonita Bay. Now this URL up here is the search for just that subdivision. So if I copy that and I come back over here, instead of putting in just my regular address, what I can also say is see all available homes in Bonita Bay. You can go ahead and paste that. Alright, and that's going to change into a link. So when we post it, here we go. We have a new listing down here. When people click on it, they can see that listing. But if they want to see all the available homes in, you know, we're pretending this is a subdivision, they can also click on that link. Alright, so you want to add a couple of posts so that your website looks like it has something going on. And once you've gotten a couple of those posts, then what you can come back up to is go back to the build audience and go ahead and invite some of your email contacts or invite some of your friends or share your page, which is a great idea. Share your page on your own timeline so that all of your friends who are following you, they're going to see that. So you would write something like, hey, I just created a new business page. So I just created a new real estate business page. Help me by liking and sharing it, for example. And I can go ahead and share that on my timeline, which I'm not going to do because this is not my real page. So you would go ahead and share that. I'm going to cancel it. So once it's looking pretty good, you have a lot of stuff, you're going to start collecting likes from people who are liking your page. You can also come down here a little bit later on. You can add some pictures, add some additional pictures to your site so that you'll start kind of filling it out a little bit. When you want to switch between this particular page and your actual personal profile, you're going to use this little downward facing arrow. So for example, right now I can use it as, this is my other page, Treader Homes of Bonita Springs. I can change to use it as Treader Homes, which is where I just was, and see all of my posts and post that way. Or I can change back to my actual personal page, Britton Livaday Treader. Okay, one thing that I do think that you should do at some point is you need to, if you have a smartphone, go ahead to your app store and download the Facebook app. The Facebook app is really, really great for creating posts online. So let's imagine that you're out previewing some properties one day, you have your smartphone with you, take a couple pictures of the outside of the subdivision or a house in the subdivision, and you can post directly to your page from your mobile phone. It takes you about, less than a minute to actually post something up there. Like we have said before, if you are going to be using social media, the most important thing to remember is that you need to do it often. Don't do it so often that people get annoyed with how often you're doing it, but you need to do it often enough so that people remember your name and that they're seeing your posts regularly. So if you're going to set up a Facebook business page, my recommendation is that you post on it at least a couple times a week, probably no more than 2 or 3 times a day, but at least once a day or twice or 3 times a week. But not once a month. If you're doing it once a month, it's really not going to help you out a lot. People aren't going to be following you anymore. So, second thing to remember is that whenever you create a post, you always want to have your email address, your website address or some kind of link that goes to something that people can look for properties. Because the reason why people are interested or the reason why people contact you about real estate is because they've seen properties on your website, for example. So you always want to give them a chance to go to your website and find those properties. All right, so I guess that's it for our Facebook business page. You are welcome to go ahead and look around a little bit more, play around with it, add some pictures, add some posts, invite some friends, change your settings up, and just kind of make it your own. And if you need any help with it, or you need to have a custom header, for example, or you just want someone else to set up your Facebook business page, you can always contact us at realestateofficepros.com. Thanks.